Welcome along to round 11, season 4 of this Williams career to the top, and it's going very, very well so far. You can see in the constructors down on the left, me and, well, Urs and Red Bull dominating this season. With the drivers, we're going to try and get Theo up to P2, but he's slowly going to start needing ERS parts. Stroll doesn't necessarily at the moment, because we took that earlier in the season when he got a bad qualifying. So we've got our bad parts on, and just to bring you updates, chassis is on its way. Front wing is sorted. Rear wing is sorted. We have got some parts available, a side pod which gives us a nice healthy upgrade, and they're available on both cars. We have got underfloors good, and then we have a suspension which is available on one car, and let's see who that's going to benefit. Probably car 2. We'll put that on to Theo as it stands. So with that in place, let's go ahead then and for the British Grand Prix set our targets. Performance targets, it's going to be qualify both cars into the top 4 yet again. We're going to get both cars into Q3. Pretty standard. So, finishing position, we're going to take a fastest lap, and then we're going to get a qualifying streak of both drivers to qualify in the top 4, 5 races in a row. What do you reckon? That's a big, hefty reward. And you might have noticed we're not planning anything for new season because we usually research, but I got a feeling we're going to we could take a championship this year, and if I do, there might be a cheeky team move for next season, but let's find out. We're off to Britain, we're off to Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, to see if we can score another potential 1-2. The iconic, the home of motorsport, Silverstone. Let's check the weather, it's clear, so let's get into practice. We'll be back for your qualifying. So here we go for qualifying in Q1 for the Silverstone British GP. The ERS is looking very sceptical at the moment for our man Theo, so there's a chance at some point we are going to have to take probably and get 2. We are really struggling on that department, but let's see what we do in qualifying in Q1. We should get through no problem, as you would imagine, being one of the best teams on the grid. We've got Porsche with a nice slipstream, but across the line first time 26.2, and Porsche is going to come across the line. Bad lap though, 127.2. He is well off the pace, Porsche. Maybe this is the day that he takes his penalty. Could be. So it might be that we risk it in this session and don't send Porsche again. He is nearly a second off the pace, but just take a look at that lap time by Lance Stroll. It's 4 tenths quicker than Leclerc. That is an unbelievable lap time, and Porsche does start to drift downwards, but he's not getting anywhere closer, and there's enough cars below him that are going to go out. Gasly is he is out in the McLaren, and so is both Alfa Romeos. There's a Haas of Varshaw taking a penalty, but we managed to get through and into Q2. We're definitely going to have to take a penalty at some point though. This is really playing on my mind. So we'll send Stroll. We'll send Porsche. Let's get these first laps under our belt, and then what we'll do, I mean, you can overtake at this circuit. We've got podiums before. We've got Kevin Magnussen, Stroll and Porsche are right behind each other here. They're going to cross the line. Stroll a second off the pace this time round. Porsche with a good lap, he's P1. Stroll's going to have to go again though. I think it's fair to say Lance Stroll is in a world of his own, because we've just sent him again on some fresh softs to make sure he gets through after that bad first Q2 time, and you can see how quick he's gone. That lap in Q1 was not a joke. He's 3 tenths quicker than Leclerc. He is on his own out there. I don't know why Porsche is not matching them times, but he's through, and out goes George Russell. I mean, Ferrari are a bit of a struggle now, aren't they? Maybe it's a move to Ferrari potentially at the end of the season to rescue them. But into Q3 then we go. We need to get Porsche up the field. I don't think he's had the best of runs so far. Let's go early. Let's send them both, and we'll go on board for our final run. We're going to get clean lap times as everybody comes out, or maybe not, because these are coming out now. Magnussen and Norris. Norris got out the way nicely. Magnussen too as well, I think. And Stroll is a beast. Stroll's just done another 26.0. Porsche He's just so far off the pace. And he took a new suspension, I think, as well. That is incredible pace by Lance Stroll. So we're coming back out then in Q3 for our final run. We've sent Stroll as well, even though Stroll is so far clear. He's like 4 or 5 tenths clear. We've got an Aston Martin ahead of us. The big pressure comes from Porsche. Verstappen is down there in P7 currently. He's had a very tough start to life in Q3. And we're going to have this Aston Martin to basically get a lovely slipstream from, if it works out. But a 26.0 then is the best to beat. 4.5 tenths quicker than Charles Leclerc in P. Why are they so close together? I mean, it's a good job Stroll does not need a good lap time here. Who even took themselves so far up the backside? I wish they'd have fixed that. You're never going to get a good time in, surely. But Porsche is going to get a clean time. He's got no excuses. So we come round. Let's watch Porsche because Stroll is tucked on the back of him. There's no point. We're not even going to improve. Porsche's got to improve, though. Expect a yellow sector for Stroll. There it is. What about Porsche? Purple, 25.2. And he's catching a Red Bull. Are Red Bull going to destroy our lap? Potentially. Is that? Who was that? It was Verstappen. Is he Verstappen out? Only in P7? Porsche through the middle. Purple again. This is the pace now. 37.3. It could be a Williams domination in qualifying. As we go and stay on board. Stroll will cross. These two are overtaking each other quite literally. Stroll doesn't improve as expected. Porsche improves. It's Theo Porsche. With the new part on his car, he didn't deliver anything all qualifying until Q3. Theo Porsche take a bow, a 1:25.9, and look at the gap to the field. 5 tenths of a second. It's Kevin Magnussen in 4th. Max Verstappen can only manage 7th on the grid. But wow! Theo Porsche, it kind of makes me want to take penalties now for the fact that Theo's so quick, but wow, didn't see that coming. 1 stop or 2 stop? I believe a 1 stop is quicker. Now off memory, a hard tyre run, hard to mediums, is a lot nicer because we've got from the back of the field sometimes. I'm going to go to them strategies. We should be so quick. We'll see what our race pace is like. But wow, we have a great chance of extending our lead out front with Stroll and getting Porsche ahead of Max Verstappen. We don't think we've ever won the British Grand Prix. A bit like Monaco is today the day. Good start. Kevin Magnussen in 4th. Verstappen, you can see, back on the right hand side as we go on board, and Porsche is on the hard tyres, remember, and it's going to be a decent enough start from Theo. I expect Stroll to take the lead because he's on the medium tyres. We're going to push these two pretty hard early on. Let's go on board with Leclerc as he watches these two absolutely go at each other and let these settle out. But Stroll does eventually take the lead of this race in P1, and this is going to settle in nicely. Leclerc's on the mediums. Keep pushing though, keep pushing. Verstappen's already gained 1 place, he's up to 6th. Norris 8th, Russell 10th in the Ferraris. For sure, expect him to come through from the back of the field in P20 because that Haas is very quick this season. Mercedes not having the best season either, which is a surprise. So really, it's Red Bull and Williams domination at present this year. But we're already extending, and it is 7 tenths the gap out front. Further 7 tenths back to Charles Leclerc, who's just gaining now on Porsche, who is on these hard tyres. So expect Leclerc to be faster, but we're doing a good job out front at the moment whilst we're burning the tyres up. And let's just move that down to standard then. Let's let Porsche get back into DRS if we can, because at the minute doesn't look like we can. We're going to bring Leclerc with us if we do, and it is now 7 tenths. So we'll cut back down Expect Charles Leclerc to come at us here, only on lap 3 because DRS is now enabled. Where's Verstappen? There he is in P6. Got double Alpine. Alpine made a massive step forward then at Silverstone. And DRSs are now open for cars. Leclerc's 7th still. It's looking good. And it's looking good for Leclerc. But here he comes. Leclerc is all over the back. Stroll starting to pull away from Theo. Remember, Theo's going to be a lot better in this race later on when he goes to the medium tyres. So he'll come back at the field because everyone else will tend to go to the hards. It's predominantly a one-stop race. We've got a yellow flag, but that's cleared. And now it looks like it's game over at present for Porsche because Leclerc has got him. But Porsche comes back and now it's making some brilliant moves as we go through. The crowd roar. They're side by side down the straight. Who's going to take P1? He's got it back. P2 Porsche even. And now here comes the Red Bull again. We cannot shake off Charles Leclerc at the moment. But we're going to try. We're going to try. But he's just going to get us. Will we get DRS though? Another yellow flag out there. It's not going to affect us, I don't think.
There's a yellow flag.
Norris has spun it. Let's watch Norris. Let's watch Norris absolutely spin it. Oh, Ferrari are having a mare of a season. Absolute mare. They should be a lot better where they are. P9 and last. Wow. So Stroll's extended 2.7 seconds. Porsche 5/10. He's going to drop back, but I'm pretty happy with him so far. Did someone say that Porsche was going to drop back? Because we're not pushing him, but our pace is unbelievable. We've gone round the outside of the Red Bull. What a move. And this is not over, because here they go again as we ride on board. Let's ride on board with Yuki, who's in a massive race in P4. See these two ahead, going ahead. And Porsche does hit the front of Leclerc. And here comes Leclerc again. DRS open. Still can't get past. It is a strong defence by Theo. 3.6 seconds though. Stroll is clearing. And he's clearing very, very nicely. Leclerc as we go through. Maggots and Beckett's is going to be right on us with DRS as well. That DRS will open. And he will close. But he's not going to close fast enough. It is great. We got so much pace. To be ahead of the Williams on the hard tyres is fantastic. So Leclerc has got us. He has moved 1.2 seconds clear now. I mean, that is on lap 14 as well. He's done a stellar job, has Porsche, to keep within. I don't want to attack too much. We have got Verstappen closing in behind us on the medium tyres. And we're pretty confident. I mean, Verstappen's probably going to come. We're going to have to take some early pain, I think, in this race from Theo, because Max Verstappen is about to fly past us. But the defensive line is good from Theo. Keeps him behind. Stroll, 6 seconds out front as here goes Max Verstappen. He's going to get him. Oh, he's not. Look at the acceleration from the Williams. It is a monster of a machine. Oh, has he got him? Oh, what a look at that. The new parts working wonders for this Williams now, as it looks like we've took absolutely a step up compared to the Red Bull. Porsche is only 1.3 seconds behind. Verstappen's finding it tough to get through even on medium tyres, and Stroll is leading by 6.4. So he did miss it. Verstappen has got Porsche and he's just flew through and gone past Charles Leclerc. Both of these on medium tyres, 47.49. Look at Stroll, comfortable on 51. Who is down at the bottom? For sure hasn't really increased much. He's in 19th for the Haas. Just mainly, it's us out front. Bottas is keeping with in that Mercedes. And it looks like out front, it is lapping pretty similar. Bottas pits then, 33.0 last time. It's a 33.6 for Leclerc. And Verstappen took 7/10 out of us. They've got 2% worse tyres, but 6.3 second gap. Tsunoda's 2.8 back from Porsche. I don't need to push him yet, but I might just deploy and get within a second and let Charles Leclerc pull us in. Already, look, just deploying our ERS system. we have gained 6 tenths on Leclerc. That is going to bring us a 6 tenths, then DRS and some, as we then top back up. And look how much speed this car has got. We've already pulled up to the back of Leclerc. Just by a little bit of ERS, it's almost like cheating. We've built a cheat code. Literally built a cheat code of a car. Because that is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, wait, I don't know what that line was all about, but Porsche saving ERS down the straight. Is he gonna get through? He isn't. But wow, we have pace for sure in the Haas, backing up my theory that that Haas is very strong. It's just out of position because of its grid penalties. Stroll still 7.2, but here we go again down the straight. There's the other Red Bull. We're closing on them. No pit stops yet. But this is a very strong showing from Theo. Russell pits as well in P9. We are bang behind. We've dropped Drogovic and Yuki by 4 seconds. Still, 7.3 seconds is the gap out front. And here we go again, round 2. Potentially, he's learnt a lot, Theo. And he's just going to keep in. We're going to attempt to overtake more of the times than I itch my nose. Porsche's 4th though. 3 tenths. Come on. I mean, I could just pull the trigger. Watch this. Deploy that. Absolutely fly. And just get back on the back of them again. Pit window. We've entered as well. Leclerc's just sitting outside of DRS at the minute. And we've got him. We've got him. Down the straight. Later on the braking. That is a confident boy. Theo is into P3. And the good news is, folks, he's got DRS. He is within a second of Max Verstappen. This is unbelievable racing from our drivers. Stroll can extend out. He's got to do not a lot here, Stroll. He's just got to get to the pit sort of zone, the optimal lap. Come in, he can cruise this. We've got a yellow flag. There's a crash. There's a crash. But what happens to the race? Yuki Tsunoda, Drogovic, Kevin Magnussen in the background. Turn 1. Oh, they come together. It's the Haas that goes off. He's not happy. And he's lost out. Yuki's took him out. But we continue to race. And that is a big blow for Drogovic. Where is it now? Magnussen and Yuki. Yuki's got a time penalty too. Potentially a bit of damage as well. Drogovic has dropped massively back. But in the race, at the front, 5 tenths. We've got another yellow flag. We don't want a red flag in this race. That would be horrid. It's Danny Ricciardo spun. When does Verstappen pit though? We're absolutely cruising. It is ridiculous how comfortable we are. And here we go. Here are the pit stops. Let's just deploy with Stroll. We could do with the fastest lap, but we're not going to get it. We could actually probably pit for some softs. We're that quick. But we have bolted Stroll. We'll probably get another lap out of it if we can, because that'll be optimal. Lap 25 is the optimal lap for pit. And look at the speed that Porsche has got. Theo Porsche is even topping up. He's that quick. And he is in to P2. Verstappen potentially coming into the pits. No, he doesn't. Let's pit Stroll, though, for the hard tyres. It's looking good here. So Stroll will come in. We're going to just cruise him. Porsche has just started to pull away from Verstappen now on the hard. Let's go back to neutral. We've deployed. We've got so much battery. And I think we might need it for a fastest lap, because I don't think that fastest lap is going to come from Stroll. We just need to keep extending this stint. Leclerc is about 20 seconds behind Porsche. And you can see 5 tenths. Verstappen is surely about to come into the pits, down on 32. One of the lowest medium tyre runner. And Stroll is in. Good stop would be nice though for Stroll. let's push Porsche, who Verstappen is now into the pits. You can see him there in the background. Hard tyres, only a lap further. Good stop, please, team. It's not great. 3.5, but it's quicker than Max Verstappen. It's always a bonus. And he comes out. So, second, comfortably, there is Bottas. There is Leclerc. Leclerc's on the softs as well, so he's probably going to have to pit again. That might actually destroy a fastest lap attempt that we've got. We're not going to take fastest lap at the moment on these tyres.
No energy.
As Stroll will now cut back down. Porsche's flying along on the hard tyres. And he's actually gone green. This is fastest lap of the race for him so far. As we come across. Extending that out perfect here. As we cross the line. It's not going to be a fastest lap. But it's going to be green. For Porsche. Oh, green, yellow. Didn't improve in the fast sector. So we've spent a long time actually with Theo Pourchaire out there. He's currently only 6 seconds. He's lost a lot of time, but we really wanted to bring him. He's going to drop down to like P6 for Theo, but we are going to be so quick. You've got Verstappen out there on hards. We've got some soft tyres which are basically done. Leclerc's going to have to pit as well. 5.6 seconds is the gap for Pourchaire. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty comfortable. Stroll got overtaken by Leclerc, but that's obviously him on the soft tyres. We'll see if this two-stop by Red Bull works or doesn't. He'll carry on, but I feel like we're just gaining the upper hand again on Leclerc, as Pourchaire even tumbles down the pit lane. Like I said, he'll drop back, but there's a lot of people to pit still, and it's a really bad pit. Oh my god, like 11.4. Like, seriously, it's a good job we've got some good strong tyres to work with here, because that is terrible, team. That is one of the worst pit stops we've done in a long while, and that might actually put us out of the P1, P2. It's 25.6 seconds that we've got to basically get from Leclerc back. He will pit, but that is not what we needed. We need Stroll to fight a little bit. Let's deploy our ERS on Stroll. 25.8 seconds. We need to close the gap and hold Leclerc up, because this is absolutely killed our chances. Porsche didn't deserve that. He was running a beautiful race at that point. And now we have got it all to do. We do still have a lot of people pitting, but look at that. We're behind Magnussen, Drogovic, Verstappen. They'll all be pretty slow, but it's not what we wanted that at all. And already, for sure, in the Haas, the very quick Haas, is 8 tenths ahead. We need some high overtaking aggression now. Come on, Porsche. Yes, that's one pit stop in as well. That puts us into P9. Come on, Porsche. Show me what you've got. You can do this still. As we get a cheeky little subscriber, welcome along. Stroll, right on the back now, causing Leclerc a little bit of an issue. Still 25.2. Leclerc's 50% softs. They're going to get worse through the race. Leclerc's got the fastest lap at present. And now, quite wonderfully, Leclerc is getting held up by Stroll. Porsche's just started another lap on lap 36. Got that gap to 1.6. We're going to do everything we can to extend the life out of these tyres whilst also holding him up. We've got at least 2 pit stops, 3 pit stops to come. These hard tyres might try and go to the end, so we've got to do some overtaking. But, I mean, even Stroll is not really getting caught that easy. Got a crash. There is a crash. No VSC or safety car. It is Yuki Tsunoda in the wars again here. Into turn 1 again. And it's the same sort of accident, but it's Yuki with a bit of payback karma to him this time round. And he does get tagged. Porsche's 6th. 15 laps to go. 25 seconds off the lead. When do we attack? When do we attack? Leclerc pits. I think Leclerc's going to come out ahead. I really do. We're going to attack now. Let's watch Leclerc. He's already on his way out. He's that far ahead of us. We've ruined it. The team have absolutely ruined a massive chance at an easy 1-2. We were just easing our way into this race. Porsche against the Haas. That was your move. Why didn't you go past him? You had DRS, you had ERS, you had everything you ever needed. Don't tell me you're going to... And you go through here. Why didn't you just go through on the straight, mate? Why? Green sector. I mean, he's only 2.5 seconds behind, but you've got to imagine he's not going to catch these soft tyres now. That soft tyres is going to be far too strong. We're out of energy. We come across the line. It's not even a fastest lap. Leclerc's going to take that. Oh, man, we could get P3 still. Because Verstappen... Oh, he's still 14 seconds. That's literally the pit stop. We're lapping quicker. 1.2 last lap. Magnussen in front of us. We're trying to close. Leclerc's going to be very quick. Oh, this is a frustrating race. We didn't deserve it at all. Theo's was one of the longest pit stops I've actually seen at 11 seconds. But Porsche's got ahead of Magnussen, so he is closing that gap. He's increasing the gap to K-Mag, who's already at a second. But I just don't think we've got in what we need. There's been something's happened. Leclerc has spun it! Leclerc spun! He was pushing hard. Oh! That is life-saving for us. Leclerc's binned it, and there we go. We're back ahead.
Not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
We are back. Where did that come from? We did not expect that. And now we are back ahead. We've got 8 seconds to Max Verstappen. Now Max Verstappen is on 58% hards. Can we catch him? Don't think so. We don't have the tyres for this at all. Leclerc now down in 7th. That's big for the championship as well. And he's destroyed them soft tyres. But 10 laps to go. We got to keep trying and getting this gap down. The gap's tumbling, folks. The gap is tumbling. We've pushed a little bit. We've got literally like 4 laps to go. We're pushing the tyres a little bit more than we want. But we find ourselves 1.7 seconds off P2. Stroll is clear. This could be a rescue mission like we haven't seen before after that huge pit time loss that Porsche suffered. We are just simply at the moment pushing the ERS to try and be the one that creates this closure, because I don't want to take too much out of the tyres just yet. And you can see we're now down to 1.3 just by pushing this little bit extra. If we can get ERS into DRS zone, then we're going to be banging with a chance. And that is currently under a second at Silverstone. We've had so many thrilling races through the season already, and I think we are set up for another one. Valtteri Bottas has got the fastest lap of the race. I don't think I am going to be able to attack. We'll try. Don't think I'm going to get it on the hard tyres. And we've got another yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag.
Another crash. Valtteri Bottas. Oh, that's going to move the Red Bull up. Through cops they go. Oh, they touch. They touch. That is potentially going to give Charles Leclerc back up to 6th. Porsche is bang here. Bang behind. We're going to send Stroll on a fast lap. I don't think he'll take it. Leclerc's right behind these two. Leclerc could get back up to 4th here. After all of that. Stroll's gone green. Porsche is right behind. 0.2 of a second. 1 lap to go after we complete this lap. what Stroll done through the middle. Stroll's gone purple. Stroll could get the fastest lap of the race here. He very much could. As we come out, look at this. Porsche, a recovery mission to be proud of.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Stroll takes the fastest lap. We have hit the front. And now Porsche goes on to try and get away from Max Verstappen. What a recovery drive this is from Theo. Take applause, because that is brilliant. Leclerc is still P6. Red Bull are going to lose some points this week. Some massive points. 17 seconds is the gap for Stroll. He's gone purple again, just for fun. He's not improving through the middle though. Porsche is 2.3 seconds ahead. This is beautifully done. Oh, what a race. It looked like it was going to be comfortable. It is for Lance Stroll. But Theo Porsche, oh my God, what a drive. To have that team pit issue and come back is absolutely fantastic.
It's a victory for Stroll.
Get in. He comes across the line. He will be buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing. Lance Stroll, take a bow. And there's another bow for Theo Porsche. Manages to get up. Leclerc binned it on his own.
Well done.
And that is stupidly good points. Stupidly good points. Get in. I imagine no podiums again. I don't think they must show podiums in 2026, clearly.
Now that's a really
As he gets out of the car,
for the Williams driver.
stands on that beautiful machine. We have built a cheat code. We built the cheat, and this car is absolutely unbelievable.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Seeing your team
Look at the
ready to
team.
share the celebrations.
Oh boy, Stroll's going mad. He's never had much excitement in his life. Cameraman's there. The team are used to this. I mean, they need some new overalls, but come on! Look at him. Oh, buzzing. Oh, this guy's not very happy though. What's your problem, mate?
And here in Silverstone, the weekend now draws to a
Yep,
close.
thought so. No podium. Come on! We're on a massive point scoring run. Look at that. P1, P2, Theo got unlucky, but in the end, Stroll took victory. It is 26 points for Stroll. Theo closes in another 3 points on Max Verstappen, but in the Constructors, it was a big loss. 19 points. Red Bull failed to take over Williams, and that increases our gap now quite nicely indeed. It's looking good for Williams. We have won 9 races this season, took 10 fastest laps, whilst Red Bull haven't took a fastest lap, but they have had 2 wins. We have both been on the podium 11 times. Oh, it's beautiful. No shock that we didn't get the fastest pit stops or anywhere near it, because 11.4 seconds carjack, shocking. But we got away with it because of Charles Leclerc binned it out on track. Brilliant, brilliant set of results there. Underfloor, it's get worse for the rivals, doesn't it? We've built so much in to get this. Stroll moves up to 89. That is one manufacturer that is going to be buzzing as we create the underfloor. You can see top speed we lose, but we get everything else back. We'll have one of them ready. It's going great. It's going just fine because Williams at the moment are on their way to a double championship. But let's not speak too soon. Theo, he needs an ERS soon, very soon.